Real niggas stood tall in this shit. Pops told me in this life when you fall, never quit. I'm just trying to chase a bag while you running off the lip. Disinfect, disrespect, Brody, keep it on his hip. I'ma keep it 100 till it's time for me to go. But in the meantime, I'ma chase hundreds to the throat.
And if you know what I know, if you got a dream, you need a scheme. What's cracking, folks? You know who it is. It's your man Arthur Kelly, aka Mr. Exticulary, aka Mr. Hold the Sauce, cause I got the jelly. And today I'm back with another episode of the Grande Tavern. You're probably looking around like, nigga, why you outside? This ain't the Grande Tavern. But this is summertime, everybody outside, so the Grande Tavern decided to step outside. So today outside, we in San Francisco, California. You feel me? At the Palace of Fine Arts. And on this rendition of the Grande Tavern outside, I got a very special guest with me. And we're gonna sit down, have a little picnic. I'm gonna show y'all a couple things you can do if you got a little date, if you got, if you're out with your kids, whoever it may be, and you wanna have some good food, some exticulary food, and an exticulary great time. I'm gonna show you how to do that here today at the tavern outside. Now, with no further ado, I would like to introduce to you Bree motherfucking Money.
Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Dior.
It's so nice to see you. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you made it. Welcome to the tavern. This ain't my tavern, but it's our tavern, and we outside with it. You feel me? We gonna make it happen. Like I said, we doing a picnic thing. It's summer rendition of the Grande Tavern. I'm gonna be showing you how to make, some real good food that you can take outside. So some of my special things. You feel me? So before you do all that though, you're gonna need a place to sit. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
So
The briefcase.
you know how it go.
Okay, what you get?
Yeah, right there. Just some things on it. Even though we're not inside, we outside, and we still getting it cracking, so it's still the tavern. With that being said, everybody that pull up to the tavern gotta take a shot, including you, Big Money. You feel me? So have a seat.
Okay.
We'll pull you up something real nice. That's for you. Let's see what we got up in here.
But I don't do shots, I do mixed drinks, right?
But you at the tavern. So everybody at the tavern got to take a shot. You ain't gotta take shots all night, but you gotta take a shot when you pull up. Ooh. So this right here, right? Everybody drinking the Trulies right now. That shit going up. I don't drink that fucking bubbly shit. I drink beer, regular beer. But this is Truly's vodka, flavored vodka. It's like mango pineapple. So we're gonna try some of this.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Do a little one, not too much.
Wow.
Thank you.
So I never had this either, you feel me? So if it's trash, we gonna have trash liquor together.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers, and welcome to the tavern. I appreciate you for pulling up.
Thank you for having me.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's smooth.
That ain't half bad. I ain't gonna lie, that ain't half bad.
No, it's not.
Let me put this down right here. Boom. So what we're gonna start out with first is the guac. Feel me? Boom. You know how to cut an avocado?
Fake weight.
I would assume you did, but I don't want to be wrong. Like I don't want to be like offensive. Feel me?
Why'd you pick guacamole? You know I'm not Mexican, right?
Don't all Spanish people like guacamole?
Yeah. But
Right.
I'm Puerto Rican.
Puerto Ricans like guacamole?
Yeah.
She said kinda. Oh, Big Money got it out with, what the fuck? Look at that. I ain't never seen a motherfucker open the thing like that.
That's Latino style.
Wow. So while Big Money's sitting there chopping that down, I'm gonna open this bowl package. We're gonna just toss it in here. See, everything we doing is not too complicated. It's real simple, man. Dummies can do it. You cook much?
What you think?
What do I think? I think every female feels like they can cook because they don't want to say like I don't cook because they feel like people judge them based on if they can cook or not and if they're worthy.
Do you have a spoon?
Yep. So I'm gonna say, you're gonna say, yeah, I can cook. So you know what you're doing. I ain't gotta babysit you. I ain't gotta tell you what to do.
But kind of fake way. I haven't made guacamole that many times.
So this is a real simple guacamole, right? Like, I don't want none of my Mexican friends getting on me talking about, hey, Arthur, bro, you ain't put this and that in it. Bitch, we working with what we got. We had a picnic, okay? And you know, I'm the king of doing what I want with what I got. So, with that being said, ooh, we gonna bust down cilantro. You like a lot of guacamole or a little guacamole?
A lot.
To me, anytime I'm doing anything, I gotta have cilantro. This is my trinity. The cilantro, the avocado, and the motherfucking onion.
Lord, excuse me, because I be forgetting I got nails sometimes.
Oh, don't cut your nail. What you doing?
I'm not.
Hey, B Money, we ain't got insurance on the tavern, so if you cut yourself, you're gonna have to go to Kaiser by yourself.
Yeah, we're good.
You like lemon or lime in yours?
Let's just do mine.
All right, let's get it. All right, so then you can just pop that in there. We got the diced onions, red onions, you feel me, to make shit simple so we ain't gotta be sitting out here dicing onions and getting, you know, all teary-eyed and shit. So we're gonna throw that in there like this.
I should have rolled these out.
Oh, yeah.
We're struggling.
I got you here. Look,
Yo, I'm not Mexican. I don't do this. I don't know why you got me out here making this shit right now. This is not my forte.
Look, we gonna bust it down like this. How about, ooh, look at that, real juicy.
I'm out here trying. I'm trying to make it look good. It look good though.
Look, it do look good. Look, get that lemon on the thing. You got that? Woo, ooh,
got
the seeds. Thank you. Free money good with the nails. Them nails is fire.
Thank you.
Yeah, bust down the red onions, however many you want. You know what I'm saying? And now, I'll get you a fork. Let's put a little bit more.
Yeah. Get it all in there. Okay. He said breath kicking.
Okay, you feel me? If you breath kicking. This lady, it's this girl from Texas. And her name is
Tay Money. Yeah, I fuck with Tay
I
Money.
love Tay Money,
It's
bro.
all love over here. I would love to have a Tay Money, Bree Money track. I'm manifesting that. I'm gonna put that out there because we love supporting other girls, and I love my Tay Money. She's fire.
I love Tay Money. She goes
She's dope
so
as fuck.
hard.
There's so many like rap girlies that I would love to have a song with.
Rap girlies?
Yep.
Who you really fuck with?
I think you know the answer to that just from conversations and stuff that we've had before.
But the
Need some
people don't
salt.
know.
What's the seasoning?
Bruh.
So we're gonna have this. This is gonna be very organic. Shout out to my nigga Larry Jules.
Hold on, you know how we gonna spice it up?
How?
Bow. Jalapeno.
Oh, that's crazy because I'm not a big spicy person.
You not? At all?
I'm pussy.
Stop it.
Yeah.
You can't have a couple jalapeno?
Bro, Puerto Ricans don't really eat spicy food like that. I mean, we could have a little bit. Ooh, I think I had a little cut.
Cut yourself?
No, I think I had, just something was burning a little bit.
So you don't want to cut the jalapeno? Because you're scared of it?
A little bit, fake weight.
So we ain't gonna put it in there then. I'm gonna just cut it for my sandwich
put it,
later.
Yeah, put it in yours.
I'm gonna put it in mine later. You feel
You
me?
got any napkins? Oh.
Boom, boom. I didn't know Bree Money was afraid of. I thought she was a spicy motherfucker in general. You
I mean,
feel
I have
me?
a song called Spicy because I think my personality is spicy. But like in terms of spicy food, you know, I play it safe. Like I like a good Red Hot. I like a good Crystal. I like a good, you know, Tabasco,
Right.
Tapatio. And I put that shit in certain foods. But like, I don't know. I don't want to be to the point where like I'm uncomfortable eating my food.
Nah.
And I think like that's one thing, like a common misconception that people have about certain Latinos is they think that we all eat spicy food when we don't.
Yeah, because this Latino don't. Latina.
Latinx.
Latina.
Let's see, should I try it?
Yeah, go ahead. Bust it down. That's what we here for. I'm gonna put some in my own bowl real quick so I can put some
I'm gonna put a little
jalapenos
bit of salt, but It's fire.
But other than that, it's fire. Dude, I really forgot the salt.
It's okay. See, I just love avocado.
Right, me too. Avocado with salt though. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna front. The chips probably got some salt on them though. This shit good though.
Like sticky Larry.
No cap. It tastes so fresh. It's like really good to have out in the park.
It's almost like we just made it.
Right.
It's just mad fresh.
Man. So I heard Bree Money love cheese and crackers. Feel me? So we got some pepper jack for you. But I heard Bree Money don't really like spicy because she can't really handle the spice in the kitchen.
I can handle a little bit.
So I also got some sharp cheddar. You feel me? We gonna bust down this real quick. Then we gonna chop up some cheese and crackers for you.
I would say I'm more sharp than I am spicy.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm more sharp than I am spicy.
Shout out to Sharp.
From the Sharp Tank. Like I said, I know you fuck with the cheese and crackers, so you do your thing. I feel like you might want some sharp cheddar because you said you more sharp than spicy, right?
Yeah.
Bust it down for me. There you go. Boom, boom. And while you do that, you know, because you can't have cheese and crackers without, you know, some kind of wine, right? Unless you a fake motherfucker
No,
and you
I'm
cheese
Italian,
and cracker in
and I got French. That's blasphemy in our cultures.
What is?
To have cheese and crackers without wine.
Right.
I have Italian and French.
Oh, right.
That's the rule.
Right. So we can't even do that.
No. Why would you?
So while you do that, get the cheese and crackers prepared. I'm gonna pull us up some wine.
Do that. This cheese is a little bit hard, y'all.
And today what we have on deck at the Grande Tavern outside at the Palace of Fine Arts is this nice Cali Rosé from my nigga Snoop Dogg and 19 Crimes. It's one of my favorite rosés out, you feel me? Because we gotta keep it big. No, I'm just playing.
And why'd you choose Snoop Dogg in particular?
I was gonna tell y'all, but I don't think it's about that, right? I chose Snoop Dogg because he's an idol of mine. I fuck with him.
And you know he's an idol of mine. You know my parents played Ain't No Fun at my graduation? Oh yeah, my dad owns the original.
At the middle school graduation?
Middle school, high school. And my dad owns the original Doggy Style album. I grew up listening to that. My brother has the OG Chronic by Dr. Dre. And I told you, like, my dad loves Ice Cube. I got to see him at Hard Summer 2016. He came out with the surviving members of NWA. So definitely a highlight moment of mine.
Say that. Yeah, man. Eazy-E is my favorite rapper ever of all time. My most favorite rapper of all time is Eazy-E. So, you know, Snoop Dogg.
Would you like me to cut these in the middle?
No, we can eat them like that. However you like it, Bree Money. I like it how Bree Money like it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it how Bree Money take it. Nah, pause. Oh, yeah, well, I don't know about all that. Cheers.
Exticulary moments.
See? Pretty good, huh?
Well, that's good.
Snoop Dogg know what he doing.
See, I feel like I have an overall appreciation of wine, not just from being Italian, and going to Italy and all that stuff, but then also being Puerto Rican, we love sangria.
Right.
So it's like I've had all different types of wine.
And this kind of tastes like sangria.
Yeah, I was gonna say it reminds me of sangria. Like definitely with some like apple or something in it.
I'm fucking
It's
with
good,
it.
it's light. It's not hella sugary, which I appreciate.
Right. I don't like that real sugary shit. That's why I like the Trulies. I was scared because it had all these fucking flavors in it, but
I think that was the only thing that made it smooth and tolerable because vodka could be a little bit.
yes, vicious.
Okay, but DK, I think you should just slice them into perfect little cubes so you can put it on top of the cracker. You
Go
feel me?
ahead, bro. Yep, do your thing.
Flawless.
So, there you go.
Look at how that fits.
Feel me? This is like an exticulary vibe right now. Motherfuckers walking past it like, who are they? What are they doing? Having a picnic. Talking to Bree Money.
You know. Not the huge because I don't let people see me like that, but you know.
You're a real superstar. You can't give too much access. If you do, you ain't gonna be that special. You wouldn't be that exticulary if everybody had access to you.
Exactly. You can't give people the luxury and the privilege
Right.
to experience your energy either.
Exactly. And those who can, those are the privileged people. Those are the ones who I feel that way about. But everybody can't, you can't get in this. Everybody can't come on the Grande Tavern, nigga. Just that. That's it. But
Real nigga shit.
so we got the chips and crackers going. It's graduation season.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that graduated. You feel me? If you're going to school, shout out to my guy, he graduated. Hey, congratulations. You feel me? Now we gonna get down to the real. Brought you on here so we could eat, drink, scheme. You know, we had a little bit of snacks and shit. Now we about to bust it down. It's for you.
I'm honored.
And we are about to make these exticulary roast beef sandwiches. Boom. So this is my favorite bread. Y'all niggas don't know. Yeah, it's like an artisan type bread. Very soft. So good. And like very doughy and shit.
Everything I'm not supposed to have.
You gonna enjoy it though. You feel me? You might as well. You're on the fucking tavern. You don't get these days every day. Bree Money already chopped her shit up, so let me chop mine. So for these sandwiches, go ahead and grab your bread. Ooh.
So do you ignore like the culo, the butt?
Do I ignore the culo?
Yeah.
What do you mean, in real life?
Like the butt of the bread.
Oh, yes. I'm like, no, I don't.
He said, define that.
Right.
What?
Come on, man.
I'm good. I'm gonna put some of this.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Do your thing. So what Bree Money doing right now is putting her sandwich together. I'm gonna show y'all how to put this exticulary sandwich together. You wanna do what Bree Money doing first, you feel me? She got the avocado, the guacamole. That's what you're supposed to do. I would use that white cheese, but she gonna use her cheese. That's how you do it. You do it how you do it, and you stay true to it. So you would use the sauce like she did right there. Bow, bow. You feel me? And just keep following Bree Money. She got you. Come on, Bree Money. You already know what you're doing. I ain't even have to tell her nothing.
I was gonna put the lettuce.
She's already a fucking pro. Like she had an exticulary sandwich before. I might as well get mine together. I'm watching Bree Money getting lost in the sauce.
Well, you know me. I like to cook, right? You was over there assuming, asking all them questions. Beautiful execution.
Well, over here, ooh wee. Turn that bitch. Ooh.
Okay, stop playing with me.
You want to cut it?
Yeah.
So over here, what I did was bust down that avocado with some cilantro. What happened to my little lemon I had? I'm gonna bust it down like that. Woo wop. After that, I got the white cheese on mine. Cause white is right.
Ooh.
There we go. I said that hella loud.
Yeah. Tell me that ain't pretty. Just tuck that cheese back in there real quick.
That's her. That's that roast beef. You feel me? Look at that thing right there. Nah. Hold on. Don't get the sauce real quick. They need the sauce. Yeah. That's him. Cheers.
I'm weak.
This is fire. It's not even spicy. You want to trade sandwiches?
Yum.
You want a piece of mine and have a piece of yours?
You can have some of mine.
You don't want a piece of mine?
No.
No, take yours. Well, we done bust down them exticulary roast beef sandwiches. I done showed you how to make my fresh and organic exticulary guac. And we bust down them cheese and crackers. How you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling good. The charcuterie board was hitting exactly the way it needed to be hit.
The who?
Charcuterie.
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 Charcuterie board, huh?
Charcuterie, however you pronounce it.
Roast beef, okay.
Yeah.
Again, I appreciate you for coming through and, eating with me and shit, scheming, drinking, all these things. But for those who don't know you, I just want you to let them know a little bit about yourself. Give them your name, a little bit about where you come from and what you're getting into.
Well, my name is Bree Money, also known as Brianna Barrios. I'm from pretty much Millbrae and Hayward, but I got city ties. I got a lot of love for the city, got a lot of city folks and stuff. I'm a rapper mostly. I sing a little bit. I produce. I write. Trying to get into more like acting and podcasts and other things, because growing up, I used to love being like a star in my little school plays and shit like that. I also loved like acting. I feel like music and all that stuff has been such an integral part of my life, like as far back as I can remember. I mean, my dad used to make like mixtapes and stuff like that, and I feel like all my parents, especially being, mixed, I grew up listening to like a lot of different music. So I feel like I was grateful to have that like blend and be able to be exposed to like so much and be able to like use that in my music, because I don't feel like I sound like anybody else. Not a lot of other female rappers, not right now. I think I for sure have cultivated like my own sound, and I feel like it's really just a matter of just like fine-tuning it right now.
Right. So I remember when I first met you, right, I told you this, so it's not bad, but I thought you were just like a Hispanic lady.
Yeah.
Right. So like, can you break that down for us, those of us who may not know, or those of them who may not know exactly?
Oh, my ethnicity?
All that.
So my dad is an Afro-Puerto Rican, and then I took like a DNA test, so there's like some other stuff on there, like I guess a little Hawaiian, Jamaican, Filipino. And then my mom is like pretty much European with Native American, and she also has some Asian. So pretty much in the simplest of terms, like my parents are like biracial. Like my dad is black passing, my mom is white passing. So yeah, I'm an Afro-Latina, and I feel like, or half I should say, and I feel like that's always been very interesting navigating growing up in California, specifically growing up in the Bay Area, because there's not a lot of Caribbeans here, let alone Afro Latinos. And I also feel like we don't have a whole lot of representation in like the media. We have like a couple of key people, but a lot of the time they get typecast into just like, regular black roles, which is fine. But I just wish that within the Latin community, because I feel like other races don't know that we exist, and it's really because of certain colorist and racist things that go on in like the media. Happens in American media too, so it's the same shit in Latin America as well. So that being said, I mean, I also have, I told you about my stepmom, who's been in my life since I was like a year and a half. She's Creole, she's black, so it's always been interesting, because I grew up with like a set of black parents, and then I also have like my bio mom, my biological mom, and then like I said, she's like white, Native, and Asian. So that was always like a trip. And then just growing up, and I feel like in a wealthy area, but being poor, because like my mom was a single mom and struggled and shit like that. Like it was a trip, because I didn't have anyone that looked like me, went through the same things as me, just socioeconomically and just like racially. I felt like I was never enough of any race. Like I was never white enough, I was never Asian enough. I was different from the other Latinos, and then even black people, sometimes are like, I don't know about you.
Right.
And it's like, I understand.
You too fucking light.
Yeah, I understand, you know what I mean? And that's what I was telling you in like the car earlier, of like, I've always been aware of like my privilege and just like how I look and what that plays in like society in terms of how people perceive me. And I think like you would be a fool to sit here and try to deny anything. Like I'm very aware of the fact that I am very, very light-skinned, pale as shit, but I mean, I can tan, and it is what it is. And like, like I said, I have a lot of black family members, whether it's like my own cousins that are mixed with black or that are full of all different shades. And so it's like,
I don't mean to interrupt you, right?
Good.
I'm gonna ask this question first. What do you identify with? If someone says like, what are you? Do you first say like, I'm mixed? You might identify with being mixed, right? But I know a lot of mixed people feel the need to have to identify with one or the other. Do you have that issue?
I mean, I think people have tried to typecast me my whole life, but like, I feel like if I was raised around different races and taught to embrace them, like why would I sit here and try to like deny parts of myself? I mean, like obviously growing up, like I feel like in the simplest of terms, like I said, I would always say a mixed race because I am technically more than one thing. If you look at my parents, I'm biracial, you know what I mean? But when you really ask me, like, yeah, I'm very, very proud of being Puerto Rican. And I told you, like, my dad's born and raised from Calle. He came here not speaking a fucking lick of English. So it's like, that's always going to be very ingrained in me in terms of I have family, like, still, I just came back from there, you know what I mean, visiting. And then with my mom, just always been aware of, like I said, like my European cultures and stuff, like being Italian and Irish and Hungarian and all that, because it's like, again, my grandma taught me about all that. I feel like growing up, sometimes I struggled with that. Sometimes I wish I could have just been one thing. But then at the end of the day, now that I'm older and as I've gotten older, I've understood the beauty of it in terms of being able to identify with anybody. Like
people have made you feel like you wish you were only just one race?
Yes, because I'm going to speak specifically for like Latinos and Asians. A lot of them can sometimes be small-minded, and it's like if you're not fully one thing, they look at you as you're not even that thing at all.
Right.
And so for me, like I've had family members judge because it's like, one, I'm born in America, and two, you know, I didn't grow up knowing like a lot of Spanish. I wasn't fluent. I like learned to take it in school, and then I also grew up around a lot of Mexican and Salvadorian friends. So like I sound different from my family that's from the island. And it's like, even though now I do speak Spanish and all that stuff, it's like, to a certain degree, there's still like that disconnect of like there's certain things I'll just not understand, and they kind of make you aware of that because you're not full.
Right.
And then same thing with like Asian culture. I know a lot of Asians can speak on that. Like they don't look at you as like you're full at all unless you're fully that thing. Like you're not looked at as being Chinese if you only have a little bit.
And that's crazy because as a black person and in the black community, shit, even if black people say you're not black, bitch, the white people gonna call you black. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you have black, nigga, you're black. You feel me? Like, black people can't even, we don't even do that, or some of us do, but, right? But.
And see, I've always had mixed experiences with black people my whole life. For the most part, I feel like they've always been fairly welcoming of me. And like I said, it's because I grew up with a set of black parents. There's certain things I understand about one being an Afro-Latino and one just having a black mom that's specifically African-American, you know what I mean? So, I mean, to each their own. I feel like when I do meet people that don't know, it's more of just having a conversation, educating them, and like maybe showing a picture of my dad, and they're like, oh, okay, like they get it. Like once you see pictures and certain stuff, they're like, oh, okay. Because I feel like black people, at least, we understand that we come in all shades and sizes and colors, and like we're all over the world. I mean, there's Africans in Africa, there's the Caribbean, there's here, you know what I mean? There's black people in Asia, you know what I mean? Everywhere.
Right.
So it's like,
niggas everywhere.
And so with that being said, of course there's gonna be a huge diaspora of us.
Right. One thing that was like crazy to me, I was speaking on earlier, that you had said to me that blew my mind, was when you went somewhere to some show or some shit, and you were like, they playing like all the old school slaps and shit, you know what I'm saying, like all that shit we like, you know, and you was like, oh, something about like they slapped this at the picnic.
Yeah,
and some bitch, at the cookout. And some bitch said like, who invited you to the cookout, right?
Yeah.
And she was a black girl. You know what I'm saying? So that opened my mind because it was like, damn, we feel so strongly about our culture and like who we are and our thing that sometimes we get this disillusion that other people, just because of their skin tone, ain't black, and what the fuck are they doing, you know, talking about certain aspects of our culture, right? In general, so.
Yes and no. I feel like I understand where it comes from, and then let's be real. There's a lot of people who weren't celebrating being black, or it wasn't like a thing to be necessarily, I feel like, popularized until like social media recently. And let's be real, there's
Kim Kardashian made it cool for motherfuckers.
And that's what I was gonna get into. The second part is blackfishing. There is a epidemic of a lot of people out here who do blackfish, and it's like because of that, you know what I mean? Like I understand. Again, I told you I'm very aware of how I look. I'm very aware of my privilege and what comes with that, and you know what I mean, how people perceive me. So it's always just been a matter of educating people, and I try not to like. I used to take offense to it a lot because it was like it felt like I was constantly explaining myself. But it's like I have to understand that with how I look, it comes that.
Right. And that's so you didn't necessarily get offended by that. You
I had moments,
you understood though.
I had moments because it's just like, damn, I'm tired of being questioned and shit all the time. But then it's like, again, like it's very apparent that I'm pale
Right.
as hell. So it's like.
But when black
yeah.
people do come at you that way, you have an understanding.
Oh yeah.
Right. Because what trips me out about you too is like, I ask you like which you identify with or whatever, because anytime you talking to me, right, all I can do is identify with being black, right?
Yeah.
You say we. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that makes me feel like you, I know you feel me? So I know you're black, right? But even when I didn't really know you too much or whatever, you would first be like we, when we were speaking on black people. You know what I'm saying? And that made me feel like, damn, a lot of people don't do that. So who is anybody to take that away from you when you are putting yourself in the shit, right? So like you talking about black fishing, and that's a motherfucker like using the aspects of black culture and being cool and all these things to look cool or gain something from it, whether it be a cool black man or whether it be popularity or clout, you know, for your long braids or your whatever it may be, right? But they don't say we. You feel me? Because they not we.
Yeah.
But you say we before that, and because you really are. You see what I'm saying?
Well, yes.
So like
and
that shit is
also, like I said, keep in mind I grew up with a set of black parents, so it's like they would refer to me, and like I was never looked at as, I guess, or treated like I was other than. So it's like I don't, you know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm not black. I feel like black is definitely part of like my identity. I mean, I told you I was, you know, bullied. I was called names and stuff like that. But again, I will never compare my experiences to those who are of a darker complexion than me, because it's just not the same. I can identify and I can understand to a certain degree, but I'll never say I feel you, because I'm not going to.
Right.
At the end of the day, I look different, and with that comes with a certain set of people are going to treat me differently.
Right.
And that's just what it is. But like when there's people who do look like me or whatever and try to deny that, that's where there's a problem.
right.
Because it's like, let's be real.
So where do you feel like, because you're a pretty open-minded person, and I feel like you have a lot of experiences, more experiences than most people could have, because you are of a lot of different cultures and you do live in the Bay Area, right?
Yeah.
But aside from all that, where do you think you get your way of thinking and this way of being from?
I don't know. I would say it would just have to be like, honestly, from all the experiences that I've had, like growing up. I mean, I've always felt like I was an old soul. If you believe in spirituality, I do feel like I'm a person who's been around the block a couple times. I felt like even when I was little, I've always felt grown. I felt older than what I was.
So you was up there doing grown shit.
I mean, yes and no. Like, I was cooking and cleaning. Like, I was very independent. Like, my parents could leave me alone at like an early age.
You was having
and not
sex
have
in
to-
middle school?
No.
Oh, okay. That's not grown then. Good job.
No. I didn't lose. Actually, I did not lose mine until I was 18.
That's good. Yeah, good job.
I waited. I had a first boyfriend and everything, and wanted to make sure it was special. Because I had like way too many stories, and like I told you, I grew up with like an older brother. I have mostly boy cousins, so like I was protected. Number
Right.
one, and number two, I knew how dudes were getting down, so it was like, nah.
Cause you were old soul. You can't be duped by some shit these young niggas doing, cause you been here before.
Exactly.
You feel me? That's
Can't
what's
catch
up.
me.
That's
Nope.
what's up. Well, this the eating portion, right?
Yeah.
We done ate some good food, some good sandwiches, some good snacks and shit. We whipped it up, made it happen. We gonna start scheming. But before we get to scheming, we gotta drink.
Okay.
So I know you had a little shot, you had a little wine, but now it's your turn to create us a cocktail. So what we gonna do is take it from the eating portion, and usually I got the Exticulary Lounge, but it looks like we're outside, so this is the Exticulary Lounge. So what I'm gonna do is just pull out the skin bag, drop it down here, and we're gonna get to it. So what the skin bag is it's a bag that's comprised of many a thing. Very different exticulary mixtures and beverages. You have to take this bag and create a nice cocktail for us to get drunk and scheme with.
Okay.
Catch is, you don't have to use all of everything in the bag,
Okay.
but you have to use everything in the bag.
Okay.
Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Are you ready for me?
Yes.
All right, let's get it. All right, so this is the impromptu Exticulary Lounge. We finna get drunk. But first, I gotta pull out the scheme bag. Boom. So, like I said, I'm gonna need you to get us drunk with everything in this bag. You're gonna have to whip it up, shake something, make it happen.
Okay. Okay, we got some Truly flavored vodka. We got some summer edition strawberry apricot Red Bull. I'm feeling the orange vibe we got going on.
This is crazy.
Not planned.
No.
And we got some peach mangoes. Okay. And then we have some raspberries with the extracurricular pullout.
Look. So we got some ice, you know, in the cooler, but you know, you do what you do. I'm not here to influence nothing. I'm here to get drunk.
How you getting your cup?
Don't forget about your cup.
I can make mine. We're gonna make yours first. Actually, yeah, let me get some ice. Por favor.
In my bank, if it ain't about money, fuck what you think. Look, we paper chase on the regular. When the laps round rap niggas, yeah, we ahead of you. Counterfeit ain't believing shit that you telling us. Heavy in the hood, these niggas ain't no competitors. We jigging daily, we stacking paper, then flip it. Whip swinging, chain hanging, I'm dripping. Talk crazy, I bet we
Bring money.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hope this is good. Hold on, should I stir it?
Oh yeah, okay. We got to. Stir me up. For Shelly. Wait, we got cheers that.
Cheers.
Oh, wait.
How'd I do?
Bring money. This is him. Ooh, wee.
Here.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. She might have just trumped y'all niggas when it comes to the drink segment of the show, bruh. Y'all let her do that? God damn.
I know, it's pretty good.
This is amazing. What we calling this?
I feel like we should call this Summertime Madness. Cool in the game, because, you know, we cool and it's on phone in.
Summertime Madness?
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Arthur Kelly. I'm here with Bree Money. I'm here with these Summertime Madness drinks. And guess what? We finna get scheming. Cheers, baby. Let's go. What do we call these?
Summertime Madness.
The Summertime Madness. This shit's cracking. It's extracurricular. I'm fucking with it.
Thank you.
Again, thank you for pulling up to the tavern outside. This is a hell of an experience. It's like something new that I've never done before. But I'm glad that I could do it with somebody with like a super great extracurricular spirit as yourself.
Thank you, thank you. Again, thank you for having me on here. I appreciate it. It's very, very special. I'm grateful. Hey, yo.
So what I like to do on this side, in the scheming aspect of shit, is talk to folks about their endeavors and where they want to take their endeavors overall. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, everybody is a brand. So
Yeah.
whether you do something, you selling shit to people or not, you a brand. When people meet you, they're going to feel a certain type of way about you, right? And that's the brand that you leave, kind of like a legacy, right? So with the Bree Money brand, right, I know you do a lot of things. To me, you're like a deity. You're like a very special person. I wouldn't say like you're one particular type of artist, or I wouldn't give you like one particular type of title, right? But with the Bree Money brand in general, where do you feel like you want to take that? And like, what's the biggest thing you can see for Bree Money?
I would definitely want to reach more international waters because I feel like I have a lot to bring. I would say one thing about me that's different than a lot of other Bay Area rappers, let alone female Bay Area rappers, is the fact that I'm Spanish. So like, you know, I could reach to reggaeton and work with people like Bad Bunny and bridge certain markets. I would also say that I definitely want to get more into like acting, fashion is in there for sure. Just even developing Bree TV, because again, Bree TV, I wanted it to be like an actual TV, like where I have like, you know, a cooking aspect on there, like the Food Network, or like I interview people like CNN or whatever the hell it is, you know what I mean? But ideally, I think I've always just known that I was going to be an entrepreneur. I just want to be my own boss in every sense of the word.
So as in boss, you mean like somebody making money for themselves, making their own endeavors, reality, right?
Yeah.
In general, right?
I think most important, like more than anything, is I've always known that like ever since I was a little girl, I knew that I wanted to be somebody that was big enough to be able to help people, because I just don't understand how you have people like these billionaires and millionaires and people get into these positions starting from the bottom, but then forget and like never give back to the poor or back to their communities. And like, I just don't get that.
So which avenue do you think you want to go down the hardest in order to make that reality? Like, you know, you say you want to give back to people in the biggest way you can, right? So obviously that means like using one of your abilities or talents to do that, right? Which one of those, whether it be rapping, whether it be, I know that
I
you're
don't think it matters. I think it's more of an accumulative thing. It's just a matter of when you touch a certain level of wealth to know to like give back, because in order for you to receive, you got to give that much more.
right.
I've always been really big on that in karma. And I don't think it necessarily matters whether it's from the music or whatever the hell it is. Like for me, I want to help animals. I want to help, you know, people that are POC, specifically girls. Like if I could open up schools in the Caribbean and like donate more to help Puerto Rico and certain places like Haiti and the Dominican Republic that are affected,
Right.
I would love to do shit like that. Like,
So that is, I think I get that aspect of it, right? But I think what I'm trying to ask is like, it all starts somewhere. So even with like, you know, Kanye West, right? Like we'll say he's a billionaire and he's way bigger than a rapper in general.
yeah.
But maybe his goal was to be a philanthropist and do all these things, right? But he used the avenue of making beats first
Yeah.
to blow up in that.
Well then, yeah.
So
I mean,
his name
I think
was-
it would be like music, just because it seems like that's what's been getting me the most opportunities. But I don't know. I would say because I model and stuff too, and so that's also giving me a lot of opportunities. But I think they both kind of go hand in hand for
Right.
me.
But you wouldn't stop anywhere, you know.
No.
I understand that aspect, right? So you wouldn't stop anywhere, but you
I
would
think
start
that
with the music.
Yeah, I would start with the music, and I've always thought that like the music thing for sure. I'm not a person that like necessarily wants to be famous. I know it comes with the territory, but like I definitely wouldn't mind being like Missy Elliott or Timbaland and becoming like a producer, being behind the scenes,
Right.
doing like more stylist stuff and stuff like that. As much as like, you know, I know being in the forefront, being in the spotlight comes with what we do, it's not something that I necessarily relish in. I just do it because it's a part of like what I do. You have to expect that, you know.
Right. And so, you know, we talking about the music and shit. What do you have in store to make this a reality for your music? Like, do you have any new projects? You got some music videos you got coming out? Like,
I got a lot. See, my thing is, I've always been more on the private side because I'm a person where I don't like to speak on certain blessings until they're cemented in stone, because I don't like people sending negative energy towards what I do. And I've always been big on, you know, real G's move silent like lasagna, right?
let them know something, okay?
So, you know, I have a lot of things to come. All of those things that you mentioned for sure are coming. I can't give you a timeline of when, but just know that I will be having 2 projects dropping, and they're gonna appeal to all of my audiences. I'll have something definitely for my Bay Area rap hip hop heads, and I'm definitely gonna have something for the people who like, you know, my EDM and my R&B and my other stuff.
Okay.
So, but in terms of things, there's a lot of extracurricular things to come, lots of things coming in between, and it's just one of those things where you'll get them when you get them.
100. I appreciate that shit. Let somebody know something.
Yeah.
That's all we asking, right?
Period.
I know you are like one of those, I don't even want to say it like that. I know you are very passionate about women and like, what is it? PLC?
Yeah.
They got all kind of PLC shit though, right? Like, I know you passionate about all that shit, all the other shit, the others and all that shit, right?
Yeah, because I mean, keep in mind I'm mixed.
Right. So, how do you feel, because we had this conversation before, but I would love to have it on camera, about the lack of, I would say, support that women get in rap?
I mean, I think it's just stemmed from one of those things where I think that, no offense, but I think a lot of males unintentionally gatekeep certain things, and I think hip hop has always been perceived as a primarily male thing. It's very male dominated. Producers, you know what I mean, tend to be more males. That being said, I feel like any woman in rap can testify that, you know, we have to feel Like we have to work that much harder, 5 to 10 times as much as the next man, just to prove ourselves, because it's a male dominated industry. And there's this almost preconceived notion that a lot of women can't rap too, which is like really, really weird to me.
Why do you call it a perceived notion?
Because I think it's just something that some people unintentionally think about but haven't ever really dissected.
So that's a very good, I like that right there, right? Because in general, the rappers that I like,
Yeah.
you would say preconceived notion, these niggas cannot rap, right? Whether it be female or male. So when you say that, like, obviously that means that who are you to say that someone can't rap? That's what I get from the thing, right? Because rap is a art form.
Right.
And art is very, what's the word I'm looking for?
It's very subjective. Yeah.
You feel me? So that's where you come. Right. So I feel the same way. And I sometimes though find myself, I think if you ask anybody, I'm a very open person when it comes to female rights. Some of my favorite rappers, most niggas ain't riding down the street slapping what I'm slapping. Let's just say that, right?
No, and I think another thing that plays a part of that is also the second part that I was gonna get to is like kind of the topic of sexuality. I think like some men feel as though like you're feminine or something just because you listen to like female rappers, and it's like I just feel like if you like the song, you like the song. What the hell does it matter? You know what I mean? Like you can't sit here in one breath and like certain R&B songs, but then sit here and bash like female rap songs. It's just a different way of saying it in a different tempo.
I think what it is though is the fact that, because I have found myself like, I have said this before, females can't rap, right? That's what I had said before, right? And then I opened my mind to more shit, right? And then I realized, oh no, they can rap. A lot of them can rap. You are listening for that though, right? So what I feel like the issue is that males listen to rap for a certain reason, right? And I think females listen to rap for a certain reason that is more broad than what males listen to it for. So a lot of males listen to it for a bravado, hard, tough, nigga shoot you in the face, beat your ass. I'm a rapper, like gritty, you know what I'm saying?
No, you're good.
Oh yeah, you're all good. Thank you very much.
Oh no, you're
Something
all good.
like that.
Thank you.
Just a TV show. Just a TV show. But
Reality show.
but you know, like males come at it like that, right? This is what I believe. Like I said earlier, women. Like you asked me about my daughter, and I see that the differences between men and women. It's a thing that's in you that men and women don't have, right? So sometimes a man can't really understand, but I be seeing shit, right? And so men want it like this, and how can a woman give that to a man? Most men won't even listen to that, right? Like I said, you told me when I was in my past life, I was a female more times than I was a male, right? So I could probably understand the females a little more, right? So I opened up my chakras in my mind and shit to that shit, and I'm like, damn, bro, I love Coil Ray and shit.
I feel like we should preface this by saying that I am a spiritual gangster, meaning I'm a psychic medium. I'm not just pulling stuff out of my...
No, right. She legit. She legit, for sure. I don't even let people fuck with me on that level unless I, like, trust them and stuff like that, and she's allowed me to trust her, so. She's legit. She's good, but you told me some shit, right? So, in general, I'm telling you, from both sides looking in, men won't rap different and appreciate it differently than women do, but women can rap. But because it is male dominated like any other field in America, you feel me, it's gonna be harder, right?
Yeah. I also want to speak on the fact too that I think that tones play a part of that. Like they did a whole study, and this is just me bringing psychology into it because I'm a psych major, of the simple fact that like men kind of have selective hearing, and you guys tend to hear deeper voices like better than you hear high-pitched voices or certain feminine voices. And I also do want to say that even myself, I find it hard to listen to certain female rappers if they have a higher pitched kind of screaming voice. It's just not as like, you know what I mean, appealing to me.
We could keep it walk. So, I forgot we in the middle of the thing. We just might as well.
I would say too, no, you're good. I would say too that like the style or tone of voice. Like a lot of dudes I know do fuck with like certain people like Cardi or Nicki or Young M.A because they kind of have a deeper voice, if that makes sense, opposed to a Coi Leray. Do you know what I mean? And it's not to say that she's not, you know what I mean?
And my favorite male rappers have a higher pitched voice.
Yeah.
So like Eminem, when he's Slim Shady, I mean, nigga literally holding his nose and talking like this. You know what I'm saying? So then I would like people like Soulja Boy and, you know, so Coi Leray, she sounds, I like Michael Jackson. I like the hee. I like that, the high shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I think most men, they like that deep boom, 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 because it make them feel more manly, make their balls feel different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. So with that being said, what do you think you have that you can bring to this state of women hip hop that's gonna get more eyes and respect from the gatekeepers such as the men?
I mean, I would say one is just like, I think my originality. Like, I'm a person where I do make my own beats. I write all of my own stuff, you know what I mean? Even on my last project, I made every single beat and I wrote everything, even from my features, the males that I have on there to the singing. I don't do just one sound. Like, yes, I can rap trendy, and I think that that's important to flex, you know, your rap ability and your versatility, of course, but always stay true to yourself. Like, there's certain artists where no matter what, when they come on a song, it doesn't matter what beat it is, they can match the vibe of the beat, but they still sound like themselves. You're like, oh, that's still Lil Wayne.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't have to completely change their whole identity to fit a song. And I think one thing about me is I bring like different multifaceted aspects to my music. Like, I mix oldies. Again, I'm Latina, so I can rap in Spanish. I do know some Italian, so you know what I mean? Like, that comes in handy. I would say the fact that I'm multiracial as well, I can bring a different flavor just to the game in general. So I would say all of that combined. Like, I just feel like I'm different.
Right. Okay.
Not to be on no 2 Chainz, I'm different.
Right.
Yeah,
Bitch, I'm different.
Yeah.
Huh.
But, you know,
Ooh,
I do
man.
feel like that.
This shit tastes so good, I ain't gonna even lie.
Thank you.
Like, I didn't even realize I was done with it. I was gonna
It's
light
good
this
as
up, but
fuck.
I ain't got no fucking lighter. I'm fucking with this summertime madness.
It's fire.
So one thing I also appreciated about you, because like I said, on my show, it's all about me giving the people who inspire me, like, their, I don't even like to say flowers, but like their recognition, like letting them know that, you know, we appreciate you and your being and we need you. You feel me? Shit like that, right? So I know you are like the type of person who is, you said you were not a medium, it's a,
I'm a psychic medium.
like a psychic medium, right? Like,
I'm a witch. That.
oh, you would call yourself that?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, you know, your
Well, I just
witchiness.
grew up with.
Because I didn't want to
different-
call you a witch, right?
No,
I'm
I am
kind
a
of
witch.
hesitant, like, but
No,
you
I
okay with saying that? Because a lot of
yeah.
people don't even.
I embrace it. I don't see it.
So a witch
it
ain't a
being
bad
anything.
thing.
No,
So if
I
somebody
think-
call you witch, you're not gonna be like,
no. This isn't the 1600s. You fuck around and call me that if you want to, and be like, you good? You want to talk about it? You got an issue? Here's a tissue. Like, what you want from a nigga? But anyways, yeah, like, I don't know. I grew up with different aspects of spirituality. I told you, like, I'm mixed race, so Native Americans are very spiritual. My mom is Creole, and everyone who has family from Louisiana, New Orleans, all that shit. I got Caribbean. And then I told you, ooh, yeah, he hit the...
that jerking, huh? One of them ooh-wops.
Okay, say that.
Dang,
Sorry, I had to hit that
how
real
do they
quick in
know
the
the
interview.
ooh-wop? That's crazy.
But
We can start jerking right now.
yeah, literally, as I was holding the drink too, still had to keep it up. But yeah, going back to all of that, like, what was the original question?
The original question was like, how do you, like, it was something about you being a witch.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, I have different aspects of
Oh,
spirituality.
like yeah, you don't get
Yeah, so
offended by
sorry.
someone calling you a witch.
No. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. So I was gonna say, like, I just grew up with different aspects of spirituality. I'm big on practicing whatever your peoples are. So people need to do the research. I believe in spells. I don't believe in doing spells because whatever you put out comes back to you, and I'm very big on karma. And even with love spells, I think it's stupid. It's 7 billion people in this world. Like, if one person doesn't want you, they're not for you.
100%.
I believe in doing spells if you're gonna do it for like wishing good health or like prosperity or success or peace or happiness onto people, self-love. But like any of that other stuff, like I'm smooth, like I'm cool.
Right.
I mean, like I know I like the color black. I'm a little bit emo and stuff like that, but I'm not with no dark shit.
Weird dark shit, right?
No, absolutely not.
So you are.
I still believe in God. Like I believe in angels. Right. I identify as like a Buddhist too. I meditate.
Right.
I believe in chakras. Like I don't want to say I'm one of those love and light people, but I am in the simplest of terms. Like I just don't believe in like negative things. I believe that negative is what you make it.
Right. But you know that it exists.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So
you can't ever like not discredit that. People go through stuff.
Right. Because something that I also admire about you is that like I feel like this about myself, right? Like I feel like I'm gonna give you everything, my light, my dark, my everything, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to let my dark and my light out in the light. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I am light. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes my light could be a little dim, sometimes my light could be whatever, but I'm still lighting shit up, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not afraid to let my dark out either. You feel me? Like sometimes I relish in the darkness and I want it to become dark. I like the moon. I like to...
Well, yeah, yin and yang.
You feel me? So you are also like that. Like you live your... Like we see you.
Yeah,
we see you on Instagram. We see you at your highest moments. We see you at your lowest moments. Like what gives you that bravery? You feel me? Like that's the shit. That's like the reason I fuck with you is because you are you.
Yeah.
You are you. Every time I see you, you're you. Whatever condition it is, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You are you.
Yeah.
Everybody can't do that and be out. You know what I'm saying? Like what gives you the bravery to wear your shit out?
I would say, I think it's just like my personality. I would say it's my family. My dad is just like, I come from a lot of like loud characters in my family. So where it's like people are just unapologetically sorry like themselves. And so that being said, like, I don't know. I've always felt secure within my personality, and I just, when it comes to my looks, like I told you growing up, I was chubby, I was, you know, not the cutest. I had glasses, braces, I was a tomboy. So like, to a certain degree, you learn not to give a fuck about how you look because it's like you can't.
But
like,
fuck the looks, like what's inside. Like you share your heart with people.
No, I mean, yeah, I just think that like growing up and having like a certain level of what I was getting to is humbleness with that. Like you just learn not to care. Like, I don't know, I've always been a person where it's like how you see me is like what you get. If you get me looking good, okay, cool. If you get me looking, you know what I mean, bad, okay, then cool. Like it is what it is. I'm gonna still be me. I mean, at the end of the day, like what does it matter how I look on the outside when at the end of the day it's me? Right. You're not gonna look cute all the fucking time either.
Who? Who? Arthur Kelly? Shit.
We all go have our days where, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you look in the mirror and it's
look,
like,
there ain't no
God,
day I ain't never been
He's
exticulary.
being a Scorpio.
There's no day I ain't never been exticulary. No, but listen, that's why exticulary came to be. You feel me? Because it was too many days where I'm feeling like I don't feel like putting this and that on
us don't live in our ego. We're not.
No, listen. See, I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to tell them people something, right?
Yeah.
Exticulary came to be because I was never living in that, right? So I would come out looking crazy because I just didn't feel like getting together, right? And I'm like, why do I have to get together the way they want me to feel good about myself? So fuck it, I'll create my own shit. However I look when I feel good, that's exticulary. That's an abundance of greatness. And that's the dog I wanted to get before I got a German Shepherd.
I want him so bad. It's
the Bernese Mountain Dog. That's what I want.
I'm sorry.
I want that dog so bad.
This is my personality. I have to stop a whole interview for a dog.
So bad. Bernese Mountain Dog, guys.
Yes.
What?
And then see that summertime madness, and now when you eat those berries,
it's over.
It's gonna have soaked up a little bit of that alcohol. That's that little finishing touch.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to expound a little bit on this superhero suit you got, you know what I'm saying, that allows you to, you know, be Peter Parker and Spider-Man at the same time.
I just think it comes with a certain level of like knowing yourself, like being true to yourself. Like, I don't know. I feel like I found a comfortness in being weird and being different as like a child, because it was like I couldn't help myself. I told you, like, I grew up in an area where it's like I was different like race than other people, so it's like certain things where like you couldn't change being different, so you just had to accept it.
Right.
And so I think, like, again, I found solace in a certain level of peace in just being different. I feel like my whole life. So it's like you just kind of learn to live with it. And at the end of the day, it's like you choose to give certain things power and like a hold over you, and you choose how you feel about things at the end of the day. So it's like, are you gonna let something eat you up and, like, you know what I mean, be a reason to why you can never grow? Or are you gonna allow something to be a reason as like a lesson or whatever the fuck, or, you know what I mean, like carry on or take it as a piece of advice to move differently, you feel me?
Right.
And so it's like, I don't know, I feel like life is too short. I don't feel like I'm a bad person. I feel like I'm cute. I feel like I'm talented.
No, yeah,
I mean,
you're not a bad. You a great person.
So
that's why you on
like,
the tavern, right?
That's why I'm like, I don't understand. Like,
right.
why would I want to be anything other
right.
than me? Like, I'm chilling.
Right.
And I feel like everyone should be like that. Just be you.
Be you.
Like, I've always believed. My mom used to always tell me, the people that matter don't mind, and the ones that mind don't matter.
Right.
Find your people.
Right. Exactly. Find your people and stay there.
Yes.
Know your role and shut your mouth. This has
Stay
been
in your
the
lane.
Grande Tavern with Arthur Kelly. It's Bree Money, and we outside.
Yeah. We outside.
I'ma get it off the muscle. If I ain't got it now, guaranteed I'ma hustle.